Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with another episode of Speaking My Mind. How you guys all doing? Hope you're all doing well. Forgive me if I'm a little bit breathless. I've done quite a huge chunk of my walk already before actually recording something. And at the moment we're just on the outskirts of the park, hence why you can hear cars in the background. And just before I pressed recorded, there was literally a car blaring really loud hip-hop music. Not that I have anything against hip-hop music, I just kind of wish, they'd do it in with their headphones or, in the car. But no, he wanted everyone to know exactly what he was listening to. So, so I would say on that. It's Friday morning, coming up 11:15. So it's a little bit chilly, but not too bad, to be fair. Yeah. So what I really want to talk about today was what crossed my mind. I thought about it earlier, and that was obviously this difference between science and religion. I really had a really deep thought about it. This contrast of religion, of something that is of a belief of a god, or maybe not of a god, but of some kind of entity, makes you believe in faith, gives you a hope and belief in something, whereas science applies logic to everything, as detailed and man-made down to the T of what you see. They're two contrasting things. Science and religion, can they ever coexist? It's kind of hard to, because they're so contrasting in what they are. I've always had this question of whether I believe in a god of some sort. I do believe there is something, because sometimes things happen and I feel like, why did something happen like this happen? So I do think I do have a general consensus that there is some kind of god out there. Have I prayed? Yes, I have prayed before. I don't particularly, I'm not a very religious person in any way, shape or form. But I do think there is something out there. That's my general consensus. But I also believe in science. I believe that in what experts tell you when it comes to logic and how things that try to understand why certain things happen, not just in currently now, but in our past history. Do scientists always get it right? No. They always try to apply the best of logic to them. I do think it's a fascinating discussion. There is this, obviously, the sort of religion or cult sort of thing you call Scientology, isn't there? That I think it's Tom Cruise who is one of the big believers of them. This consensus or idea that there is no such thing as God and religion, and everything is all by science and what professionals and whatnot say. I guess it's different. It's different to everyone of how they apply it to them. But sometimes there are some things that scientists cannot explain at all, or a doctor cannot explain. A prime example was, I covered this good news story a while ago about how the doctors were certain that once they pulled the life support off this person, they would die, and that this person couldn't be saved or whatnot. It was like they were like, there's just no way this person was going to survive. And in fact, the exact opposite happened. When they switched off the life support, this young girl in this story, she got better all of a sudden, and it was like a miracle. Like, how did this happen? Why did this happen? And they couldn't. They were just flabbergasted. Doctors could not understand. Experts who have studied and read up and have experienced all sorts of medical degrees and situations and whatnot could not understand how this young girl whose life support was going to be switched off because she could not be saved. I can't remember the full story, but she lived on after it, and she got better, which is even more extraordinary. He says sometimes you just can't explain how certain things happen. You can't explain how some of the most extraordinary things happen. I've heard this saying of everything happens for a reason. I don't think everything technically does happen for a reason, because I do believe in choice. I do believe that people have a decision to do and to choose what to do with their life and how they want to live it. I do believe in choice. I don't think everything is always planned, if you know what I mean. Not everything, I feel, is something that everyone is just going to, that they have to do it because of some kind of grand thing. Or perhaps some people think there is a perception. There is also this premise that people have this perception of free will, that there is no such thing as free will, that we are choose to believe that there is free will. Honestly don't know. It's something that's definitely a food for thought, shall we say. Yeah, it is a food for thought. Someone left a book there. But it is something of a food for thought when you think about it. God, I cannot understand why people dump their bottles in the water. That really does infuriate me. I hate when people do that. The young kids. The problem is that you can't. It's impossible to lock up the park overnight now, because there are entry points that don't have proper gates and whatnot. So there are still ways of people coming in overnight, even when they lock up most of the premises. So yeah, there's still youngsters coming in, messing up the park. And I think sometimes, like in the early mornings, people come around and clear up all the litter, which is nice, but people shouldn't be dumping in the first place, which is really annoying. It's frustrating. But let me know what you guys thought about the subject I've brought up in the comments down below. What your differences in religion and science or Scientology sort of thing. Do you believe in religion? Do you believe in God or any thoughts? Or is it everything is yours applies to logic? So let me know your thoughts and more down in the comment section below. I hope to catch you all very, very soon.